Hi everybody, thank you for joining. It's Shyla here again from UpLift, your community lead. Today we are joined by our amazing project Wizardia. So you may already be seen some information about them that we've posted previously. And today they've come on to have another chat with us and maybe answer some of your questions, if you have any. And basically just take a dive into Wizardia again, because we've got a really unique opportunity at UpLift where we're partnering with them for an IDO. So yeah, let's get into it. So today I'm joined by a couple of members of the team. So first, if we just start off with introductions, guys. Thank you for joining us today. If you could just introduce yourselves and your roles, and then we'll get into the questions.
Of course,
Sure.
of course. Hello there. I will start, Eligius, okay?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so my name is Mindogas, or Mind in short. I'm the CEO at Wizardia. So usually, we start with like the very detailed intro, but I think you can read about it like online. So in short, I'm an entrepreneur, team leader, and crypto investor, and of course, crypto enthusiast as well. I think that's the main thing that should be on everybody's profile who's in this space. So I've been working on games or gaming basically all of my life, and Wizardia is the passion project that I have been looking for a very long time, and now I'm super happy and super psyched to be here on this project. So also just to run quickly over all our team, we have worked with most of our core team already 10 years ago. We did over 200 different projects, including games, websites, browser-based apps like video streaming solutions, AR solutions, and the list would go on. So I would say our team has been together a lot, and we are kind of experienced, and this is what will make us succeed, together with Wizardia and the whole team.
Awesome.
Fantastic.
Nice introduction. Maybe I can go.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure. So I'm Eligius. I'm the Director of Partnerships in Zardia. In short about me, I have over 7 years of experience in software as a service development, game development, and project management. I'm responsible for Wizardia's global presence and just growing it. So if you see anything posted by anyone on Wizardia or through influencers, probably they have communicated with me already.
Okay.
Perfect. Thank you so much for that introduction. That's really good. So as you can see, guys, these guys are superstars. We've got how much I tried to call you Mind.
I'm gonna just call me Mind. Yeah, that's the crypto name, right? Has to be short.
Yeah. Has to be short and memorable, which it is. So Mind has been in the gaming space for a long time, and as you can see from his introduction, he's very, very passionate about the space, and Wizardia has given him a chance to really live his passion, really, and it ignites all of his senses, and he's using all of his passion in this project. So thank you for that. Eligius is the partnership director of partnerships, and so he's the one who's responsible for growth. And there were some other really interesting people that you mentioned, Mind, in our last conversation. So did you want to maybe speak to those and give us a brief introduction to those? You don't have to go like into detail, but if you want to, you can, like, just some ones that you want to, I don't know, brag about.
Yeah, so I could talk about our other core team members. So if I could take some time, I could introduce our core team members.
Go for it.
Okay. So firstly, I'd like to mention Tom. He's usually on most of the calls together with me when we're talking to investors and making strategic decisions. So he's my founding partner. He's a well-connected entrepreneur, a digital marketing guru, and as I like to stress, he's a very organized person in general. So he's worked with a lot of bigger brands, and we worked together as well on brands like Ferrari, Red Bull, Nokia, and I think you can find more of the list like in our profiles as well and on our website. Dennis Marius is our CTO. He's an experienced digital backend expert. with over 15 years experience. He's also like our tech team leader, idea generator, who has his own several software companies as well, which are running in parallel. So he's worked as well on similar projects that we had before and with our current team. So same brands like Ferrari, Red Bull, and that full list. Then it's Mantas, our creative director. So this is the guy with the most experience and probably has the most impressive resume. So he's a digital artist, designer. He has a lot of experience creating like moving image content for video games, for films, and art for nonprofit organizations as well. So his impressive resume of AAA games, such names can be mentioned as Call of Duty, The Division, Eve Valkyrie, The Crew, and like also the list is super long, and we really are lucky to have him on board and working with Wizardia together with us. And last but not least is Gediminas, is our game designer. So he has over a decade of leading experience in professional game industry. He has years of general industry knowledge as well behind him. He's worked in many different game design positions. Also, he's also a director of the Lithuanian Game Developers Association. Also, a head of a studio at No Break Games, and he's a lead designer as well at Northcurrent, which is like a big production house which specializes in iOS and Android devices and the games for them. So as you can see, we are more or less perfect people to build Wizardia because it's been a long time. Wizardia has been a long time in our minds, and each time being developed, upgraded, and rethought, and as we call it, Wizardia reborn. So we were waiting for this right time to introduce it to the world, and when blockchain was created, we knew that the time was right and the technology was finally there. So I think it's the time is now, and even the market is a bit low at the moment, but we believe that play to earn has a kind of a different moving path, and it will get better much faster than the general crypto industry.
Amazing. Thank you so much for that. And it's really nice to hear about all of your team members and their skills and how, you guys are like I can't think of a better team. Like if there was another sort of attribute that you could add to your team, like I couldn't find one, to be honest. So you're the right people, I think, for this kind of project that you're putting together. So as we've discussed, your team is really experienced and worked on big titles such as Call of Duty, Titanfall 2, and even Need for Speed, to name some. So how do you think this experience translates into making P2E gaming with NFTs?
Yeah, so this experience in game development allows us to create an immersive, enjoyable, and as our game designers also love to say, an unsolvable game, which means that you will have to use skill and not just powerful wizards to win in Wizardia. So you have to also think about how you play and make strategies. So all the experience with top games on vanilla game market gives us advantage to create a quality game, which is lacking currently in the crypto game space. At least we feel like that. That's why we are focusing heavily on heavy utility for our NFTs and our token to ensure sustainable game economy. And merging this together with like deep lore stories, amazing and unique wizard like backgrounds and their backstories, also immersive in-game systems. So and also, as I am starting to love this phrase, and I've used it quite a lot, so we aim to create a play to earn game instead of a click to earn game. We really want to emphasize the game part and the play part. So you would have fun while doing that, and also enjoy the benefits of the play to earn and the blockchain that brings it to the game.
Yeah, and if I could just add, the beautiful thing about Wizardia is that you can have weaker wizards, but you have more skills and still win in PvP. So that's amazing. It's dependent not only on what wizards you have, but on the skill you have too.
Okay, that's brilliant. Yeah, so we've talked about this before with the with the games that we've got out there, a lot of them don't really have much strategy or anything like that involved. It's just like you said, like just clicking here and there, and they're not very engaging or addictive because there's no skill to them. So that's really good to hear that you're actually bringing that dimension into your game. So could you tell the community a little bit about what Wizardia, the story is all about, and the fog and how it's taken over the lands, and what can players expect to see and do in the game?
So that's a very good question, and probably that's one of the first times when somebody actually asked about the story and the lore more. So I really love to talk about it. It's always taking quite a lot of time, but I hope we can discuss about it, and I will just start talking, and feel free to stop me if you wanna stop me or just ask something, because there's quite a lot. So in general, Wizardia is set in the far future, after humanity has already spread across the stars. On a fateful day, a universal calamity, like this Armageddon type of thing, tore the reality apart, leaving tiny isolated pieces of land scattered throughout the never-ending fog. So this fog is kind of very important for the lore. So the tearing is gradually shared as the game progresses, because there will be more lore about the whole calamity and then how it all went. So about the fog, so sometime in the future, as after humankind has embarked towards the stars, as I mentioned, like a catastrophe of unprecedented proportions shattered reality. Researchers now describe the incident as the structural collapse of space. So it's kind of a sciencey kind of vibe there. So after the calamity, many rules of physics have changed, and the underlying properties of space have been altered. So the most notable and visible change is the fog. So it's a substance of negative mass matter that exists between remaining tiny pockets of gravity. So gravity does not really exist as we can imagine it now. So it's a bit different there. So the fog is repelled by anything that has mass, and therefore gravitational pull. However, it's observed that gravitational force no longer behaves in the same way it used to behave. So after space-time fractured, gravity became a constant force with a sharp fall-off. So the land masses have been forming in very unintuitive clusters. So currently, safe navigation through the fog is not possible. Wizards that leave known safe areas are lost, and maybe they can be found sometime in the future. So when the fog closes behind you, you will never know where you end up, because it's just like a maze if you think about it in terms, but it's just a fog, so you don't really see anything, but it brings you somewhere else. So it's like a black hole of sorts. So sometimes you're lucky enough that you'll be able to return back where you came from, but that's very rare. So the wizards use banishment as capital punishment, like banishment to the fog. Yeah,
okay,
and
so
then
teleport you to like different. It could teleport you to different places and things like that, and open up different areas for you.
Yeah, it can teleport you, but basically, as the fog is all around, you can get lost there for like a long time. It does not usually spit you out in the random locations. You might be lost there for a very long time until you find the exit. So it's kind of a way to use the fog also to travel, but as well see it as a dangerous place. So it means some kind of technology needs to be discovered to properly use the fog to your own will.
Okay.
And also, I'd like to talk about the wizards as well, which are our game characters.
Yes, so I was going to ask you about that. Yeah, tell us a bit about these wizards and how the NFT part fits into that as well.
Yeah, so during the fracturing of reality, some individuals have awakened previously hidden potential, which some people are calling magic. Individuals that are able to bend reality to their will are called wizards. So hence the wizard NFT, which are the in-game characters. So these wizards are extremely powerful, but they are held to a single limitation. There is no way to create something out of nothing. So it means like there is some sort of a price to every magic that you kind of use. So wizards, after they realized about their power, they began to compete with each other. The competition mostly is fruitless because you could simply, kind of will yourself back to life. So this makes wizards effectively immortal unless they wish themselves out or they choose to die, in other words. So yeah, the NFTs are, you're gonna need around 3 wizards, or at least 3 wizards to do the battle. And also later on the roadmap, there is a free-to-play option as well coming up. So this path is gonna be definitely harder for everyone to kind of follow, but it's still gonna be possible to play for free. And wizards are coming like within the next week, actually, on sale as well. So that's also like some good news if somebody wants to get ahead of everybody else.
Brilliant. Thank you for that. So yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about next. So that we know you've had your Arena Genesis, or we've had an NFT sort of collection of wizards sell out already, almost sold out, right? And you're going to have another round of those, the Arena Genesis. And just wondering if you could tell us, one, how can we get our hands on these? Two, what is the benefit of having them, and why should we have them now? Like, what can you do with that particular wizard?
Yeah, so currently, as you mentioned, you can still acquire our Arena Genesis NFT. It's still a couple hundred remaining in the round 2. So then the price is gonna go a bit more up. So this is a good chance to help us close the round, but also get yourself ahead of others. So while holding Arena Genesis NFT, you are earning passive income based on how many players there are in Wizardia and how many daily active users we have. So the more active players, the more the revenue. And as the Wizardia name suggests, the main attraction of the game are wizards. These are like unique NFT characters with a personal artwork and in-game use. Players interact with the gameplay elements by using wizards like Arena, and of course they will be earning rewards as well by using the wizards. So why should you own a wizard? So you cannot really fully play the game without owning a wizard. Winning battles against other players yields rewards that directly or indirectly you earn these Wizardia tokens. The more powerful the wizard and the more skillful the players are, the higher the MMR probably is going to be reached, and then these players can achieve better rewards. So wizard's in-game effectiveness, it reflects its value in the virtual and in the real world as well. So it's providing opportunities to players to sell highly effective wizards for larger profits. Wizards are unique and may have something exquisite about them that would interest players and, of course, investors, whether it would be a portrait NFT attached to the NFT, a powerful combination of attributes and abilities, or even a rare combination of wizard visual and performance features. So these wizards are, highly customizable, but that customization is reached while you go through the game and rank these wizards up. Then we have a Proto Spell NFT, which are coming a bit later on the roadmap, and for me is one of the most fun features about the game. So Proto Spells are like this original magic in Zardia, and they're at the core of the game concept. So you can think of them as a blueprint of all things magical. So you can trade them because they allow you to craft. You can craft them in the game, but also like trade them because it gives you magical abilities and the ability to craft magical abilities, even like controlling elements, manipulating reality, summoning allies, and also many other in-game mechanics and recipes that you could imagine are important in Wizardia. So from potion recipes and regular spells to wizard augmentation and spell transformation. So it's really like has a wide use. So these NFTs can be minted within the game in a spell discovery minigame, and it can be kept to yourself for the power or use it provides, and it can also be shared with other players for passive income. So it's like a dilemma to choose between power and wealth. And of course, you can sell all these NFTs as well in our marketplace.
That sounds really good, the Proto Spell stuff. So we spoke about this, how it's going to be like a and it'll add another, again, dimension to the game. So there'll be different spells, and the users will sort of find them, and then they'll be able to keep them or trade them, and it'll just add another layer to the game, right? So yeah, it sounds really, really fun, but it's much later on down the line, isn't it? The Proto Spells.
Yeah, it's the first of all, yeah, the arena is coming, but it's later. That's coming in Q3 together with our base building mode, which is gonna have like different buildings unlocked, and one of them is probably gonna provide you the ability to have this proto spell discovery already in action.
Cool. So the other thing I just wanted to mention is, if you were listening and you heard about the Arena Genesis NFTs, like, please stay and listen to the end, because we're going to be having a giveaway, and we're going to be partnering with Zardia with this giveaway, and we'll give you more information about that a bit later on. So there's different ways to earn in Wizardia. So we've got NFT royalties. So the users are having to play the game. And can you talk us about different ways to earn? So you've mentioned, like, potentially with the Arena Genesis, it generates an income, right? Or like you'll have it generate passive income with that. Are there any other ways that you could earn from Wizardia?
Yeah, that's also another big question. Usually we try to make it in detail. I think some of the things can really be found in our light paper as well. You can find the link in our website, but I'll try to cover, the basic things, but just not to steal away a lot of your time, but as well just to go through the essential things. So as you already said, there really are a lot of ways to earn, and we really try to build a game around it that the token utility would be plentiful and it would really be needed by the players. So the first way to earn is the arena. So if you have the arena NFT, you earn passive income based on how many players there are, and this is like the passive aspect of our NFTs. So you don't really need to participate in gameplay to be earning from this NFT. So other players are able to earn by playing in the arena, crafting new spells, like renting, selling them, and much more. So players and investors can earn from Wizardia in several ways. So these ways we kind of distinguish to player to player and the player to vault to player. The vault is like the central bank of the game, just to make it clear. So the player to player interactions are, is you can battle other players in the arena and win wagers, as well as acquire resources as well that can be sold and traded with other players as well. You can craft valuable consumables, artifacts, abilities in the form of NFTs and sell them as well to other players, and have transactions between them. Also, players who invest more time in upgrading their wizards and are lucky enough to roll powerful stats. Also, like you can increase the rarity with some help of some structures in the game, and you can also sell them. So basically, like getting the wizard better also is a way to earn when you have a chance to sell it. And the other NFT items as well, including the Genesis NFTs found in game, can also be purchased, and they can be after the staking period ends, they can be also sold and traded. Then the player to vault to player is the Arena Genesis NFTs, as also our tournament pools, and this is how the vault is actually made. So vault gets a certain transactions from let's say like a cut from transactions from the arena fights, also from other in-game transactions, and then the vault has a way of how to pay, for example, for the tournament fees, to pay this passive income for the NFT holders, and these are the two types of transactions, basically what we have, and you can find the full list, as I said, in our light paper as well, so you can read much more. And it's kind of more, I think, easier to understand when you look at the text, because there's quite a lot to say into one time.
Yeah, and the amazing thing with the current NFT sale that we have is that in the future, when we have a lot of players, and the more we players get, the more the NFT holders that we currently have on sale will earn. So when the player base grows, the current NFT, the Arena Genesis NFT players will earn a lot more with us also.
That sounds really good. So what that's telling me is that you need to get your hands on an Arena Genesis NFT, like to benefit in the long term as well from all of the ways that you can earn from it. So yeah, thank you so much for going through that. And I understand there is a lot to take in for our audience. So we will link the website and things. But essentially, there's two different ways of earning. There's player to player, where you can have like P2B battles, and you can rent out your NFTs as well and your assets to other players. Alternatively, there's a player to vault player, which is essentially playing against the game, right, and earning passive income and things with that as well. So,
Yeah, not necessarily against the game. You actually
right.
play also against the other players. But if you
Yeah.
interact with the arena, for example,
Mhm.
even by playing against other players, so
Yeah.
like a very small percentage of this is going to the vault, and then
Mhm.
that is used to fund our tournaments and our other prize pools that we need to encourage players to participate in the grander events.
Okay, brilliant. Thank you for elaborating on that. But you did say something about these kinds of games. You reckon it'll be like less players will do these because it could be a case of like losing it all in a way. Like you could like it's like you're betting your NFT in some cases and things, right? When you teach.
Yeah, so it's not like betting. You can place a small wager to battle against other players, like you do in many games currently with in-game currency. So,
Yeah.
but also you can participate in the tournaments where you earn your way how to participate and not just pay for the entrance. But of course, the bigger prize pool is where the players also pay like a tournament fee, for example. And yes, we have also this tournament in plans. It's called the Final Destruction. So that's coming a bit later also on the roadmap. So we're still working out how exactly this is going to work. But this is also like the ultimate battle for not so many players. But this would be something grand and epic, where you have like a more or less $1 million prize or something significant in that area.
Wow.
But
Yeah.
you really risk it all. I mean,
Yeah.
if you lose, so the winner takes all. So if you lose all your everything that you have on the wizards and so on. So it would be like a really all or nothing situation there.
Yeah, so that's the one I think I was referring to, the ultimate battle thing that you were referring to, we spoke about previously, which I thought was really exciting. And yeah.
I think the most skilled players will enter this tournament, because the less skilled players will be afraid to enter it.
Yeah, I would be, to be honest. But yeah, no, it sounds like more exciting, right? When there's more at stake, it's a lot more exciting. So
Can be also streamed as well as an event. I think it would be very exciting to watch somebody battle for that even.
well,
Yeah.
yes, that would be wicked. That would be fabulous. The next thing I just wanted to talk about is a leveling system in the game. So players can level up their wizards. What benefits does this bring, and what does a leveling system look like? So how to like rank up the wizards?
Yeah, so in Wizardia, the player ranks up, as you mentioned, the wizards instead of like just leveling up. To rank up the wizard, the player must collect a required amount of specific fragments of the old world. Upon rank up, the wizard's attribute values increase, making the wizard more powerful in combat, and additionally, the wizard can either discover a new ability or upgrade the ability he already knows. So it kind of the ability levels up itself. The fragments of the old world can be received as rewards after battles in the arena, as quest rewards, or even purchased from NPC vendors or from other players from the auction.
It's good, very good. Thank you for that. So the other thing that we wanted to discuss is the exciting part. What's your roadmap look like? What have you done so far, and what's to come, and what's next, basically?
Eligius, I
Yeah, so,
think, loves to talk about roadmaps, so I will let him speak a bit. I've been talking too much.
yeah, so maybe I can first talk about what we achieved already, because it's quite exciting from my end. So we already grew our community to over 350,000 unique users through all of our platforms. We sold out our Arena Genesis NFT first round in less than 24 hours, and our second NFT round is closing really soon. So that's really exciting. We also made really amazing relationships with big names like Illuvium, Solchix, UFO Gaming. We are talking also with Sidus Heroes, which is really also exciting. And of course, we onboarded a lot of amazing launchpads for our IDO, and UpLift is one of them. So really excited to have you guys.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, so it's really big partners, Illuminum.
Illuvium.
Yeah, so yeah, really big partners, really big names, and yeah, we're honored to be hosting your project, to be honest, because it is a big deal, and I'm really excited about what you've got going on down in the future, and I'm really excited again with these Arena Genesis NFTs. I'm hoping to get my hands on one, so I'll be announcing a bit more about that in a minute of how you can get your own. So from what we can see, you've got like the beta version coming in Q2. So it's not like it's something that's far fetched or like 2 years away. It's not that you've just started building it. You will have hopefully a version that people can try. At the end of Q2, by the end of Q2. So that's really good. And I can see like from your community, you have grown, you have got the attention of the space, and a lot of people are really intrigued by your project and really excited about your project, as excited as we are. So yeah, you can see that with just the numbers in your community. So well done for that.
Yeah.
Let's talk about real world now. So how do you see yourself? How do you see yourself like in comparison, if you compare yourself to big names, AAA games that already exist, like Raid Shadow Legends? Is this the kind of success that you want to emulate, copy with Zardia?
Well, in a way, I think always it's good to compare, but also to understand that we have our own path. And so our comparison, also League of Legends Ruin King story and like Banners of Ruin are two games we really like, and we've been inspired on with our gameplay. And for success, of course, however, it goes far beyond just Raid Shadow Legends and like the turn-based arena battler is a game in general which has been popular since almost the dawn of gaming. So often seen in the original JRPGs all the way back to the 90s even. So every year we see a couple of this type of game show up, and even now in like a roguelike format, and they reach top 10 lists on different platforms. So we really know that there is a market for this, and we were fans even before the original inspiration for Wizardia, actually, even when we started building it. So it was a common game that we all played a lot. It was Heroes of Might and Magic, the third part especially. So we really take inspiration from the gaming industry, but we also learn from our experience and from others, and try to create this unique path for Wizardia and really build our own fan base with our lore and our gameplay, and sort of actually stand out in the market as well as a unique touch on this genre.
Yeah, and the unique thing about Zardia will be that we will have AR and VR integration in it. So it's almost nobody has that.
Yeah, so that kind of stuff, the AR and VR integration, is that something that's down the pipeline, or is that something that you're looking to do like quite soon?
Yeah, so the AR integration is coming at the end of the year. We really want to have it polished and really, as a real part of a game and not just like an attachment. So that's why it will take a bit more time, but we're really looking forward to it, and we believe it's going to bring like a lot of really nice features, such as like questing in the real world map, and finding some rare things, and unlocking like secret map locations where you can actually engage into Wizardia world even while being outside, and also maybe working out, going for a run or something like that. So we think it's a really nice extension to the real world with a touch of magic and wizards, of course.
Oh yeah, I think it'd be epic having something like that. I'd really enjoy playing something like that, definitely. And yeah, you're right. It will make it stand out. I guess it's you can't really compare it to other games out there if you've got the ability to do things like that. So yeah, brilliant. What's the next thing I wanted to ask? So we were talking about P2E earlier and about how all the projects, how a lot of them are just click to earn and they don't really have substance. Yeah, they've got no substance. They've got no like strategy or skill required. So but it's still continue to be quite populist space. Like people are still coming out with P2E games. Quite often people are just jumping on the bandwagon using the hashtag, P2E, labeling the project P2E, just to give it that play to earn element. What is it that we've already discussed it, and I'm sure the audience can, can understand that themselves, that Wizardia is not just a click and earn kind of game. It's got a lot of substance, it's got a storyline and everything else. But what else could you say adds to that? Like what makes Wizardia stand out against the rest of the play to earn games on the blockchain market right now?
Yeah, so it was a good sum up, and I think we covered most of the things. So just to kind of summarize it even more, so I'd like to share one statistic. Actually, Eligius loves it. That over 95 or even 99% of the total amount of play to earn projects do not really have a game currently. And this is our main plan to actually release the game as soon as possible. So as you mentioned, the Q2 was the time for like a public beta with like NFT integration and so on. But currently we actually already have a playable demo. We're still working on the visual part of it because we really want to look it as awesome as possible, since you've seen our concept art, so we really don't go far from it, and our goal is to really deliver that same quality in gameplay as well. So to sum up, is next level artwork, deep lore, original background stories, and the lore immersion, and the role play element, and also like we see a lot of cosplay, even like grounds for cosplay in the future, especially when our fan base grows. With this art, I think we're gonna have a lot of people who are interested also in the designs, and kind of would like to also share that with the world by making some costumes. And as you mentioned, of course, the emphasis on the play to earn game is something that drives us forward, and we really want to play the game ourselves and not only make it. As I said, it's a passion project, and I'm probably the number one fan of the game, and I really want to play it. And I'm really glad when I get to have a chat with our game design and game development team to work more on the future, and as well to try the things already that they implemented in the demo that we are testing currently.
I
And
think
finally,
everyone.
it's the AR integration, which also can be imagined like Pokemon Go on steroids, just with magic and wizards. And fun fact as well, as we started working on Wizardia, as I mentioned, 10 years ago, we had to freeze the project at that time. The technology was not really there, and we really also needed to port it to another platform. So the project was frozen at the time, and it was a very good time to revive it last year and actually put new graphics on, tune the gameplay, and our system that we had already with the in-game economy also partially fit. So it was a really nice fit for the blockchain integration. So we believe all these things and all the market changes last year, that were the things that kind of led us together, and we're really here to make something that will stand out and become one of the leading games in the world.
Do you know that really excites me? Like, it makes me feel really reassured as well, just listening to you, because you've got this sort of excitement, this sincere, sort of honest excitement about this project. That it's not just something that you just thought, oh, right, okay, yeah, let's make a game. It's like we've been wanting to do this for 10 years, and now we've refined it to the point where we're proud to go out, to the world with this product. And I just think that's the thing that sells it for me, that it's not just it's not flash in the pan. It's not something that you thought up, just 6 months ago and thought, right, okay, how can we make this into a blockchain project? It's a dream really that you're making into reality, and you can really hear that in your voice and your answers, and just the passion that you've got, it shows. So that's what reassures me about this team, about the project. That's mainly it for me. So well done. And with that, the other thing that we need to talk about is what our community is going to be most interested in, is in for IDO purposes and things. We need to talk about the token itself. So can you tell us about the utility behind the actual Wizardia token, and what will the users use it for? I know we've spoke about it previously in our video, just for the people who are here today.
Sure. So first of all, thank you for the kind words. I'm really happy that the words that come out of my mouth really translates into what I'm really trying to say. We really share the passion with the team, and we're all super excited. So I'm really happy that you notice it,
Yeah, definitely.
and it makes me happy as well.
Yeah, you can definitely hear it. Like, it's not just like I said, it doesn't seem like just a script or just a project. It's something that really matters, and something that's been in the development for so long that you're really happy to finally showcase it. So good for you guys. Okay,
Yeah,
anyway, back
thanks.
to the
Yeah,
token.
so back to the token utility. Yeah. So Wizardia token is the core utility token and in-game currency of Wizardia game. In the interest of building like a long-lasting and sustainable game economy, we released 300 million of Wizardia tokens. They will be minted on Solana network, but there also is a bridge to Binance Smart Chain as well, so it's going to be a cross-chain project. The Wizardia token will be a utility token with a staking for stability and rewards, elements of yield farming, and internal medium of exchange use cases. So as I mentioned before, these player-to-player and player-to-vault mechanisms that we a bit covered. So players can buy, sell resources, they can wager on PvP battles, they buy and sell and rent wizard NFTs. They can also use Wizardia tokens to summon or like mint or breed new wizard NFTs. They buy and sell other NFT items, including Genesis NFTs. Also, they use tokens to craft, to buy and sell all these things that they crafted. And then, yeah, it's the passive royalties in the form of Wizardia tokens that are paid to the Arena Genesis NFT holders. Now, also there's this entrance fees that I mentioned for the tournaments. Also, rewards for tournament wins come in Wizardia tokens, and also staking rewards. Last but not least, are coming in by staking and then getting Wizardia tokens from that.
Brilliant. Thank you for that. Tell me a bit more about this. This is what I'm really interested in. You know how you said the breeding, the minting, the spawning of this of your own NFTs. So you're telling me that I can have, what do I need? Tokens, and do I need it to own an NFT? Do I need an Arena Genesis NFT? What do I need?
So for the wizards to be bred or summoned, as we call it in our lore, you will need at least one wizard, but it will depend much on the wizard rarity as well, which you use for the summoning. So the wizards can be summoned from the fog in which they got lost. So that's going to be our lore to explain how the wizards come back to life, to the new life in Wizardia, and become an NFT in your hands. So you will need some wizards. You will need to organize that ritual. Also, it's gonna be some game mechanic that's gonna cover that. And yeah, and this is kind of the basics for this breeding and for the crafting and the spell discovery. So you will have to find the right recipes. to use the correct materials and then all these shards that are in the game from the old world. So these recipes are going to need to be discovered or like found in some kind of game mechanics as well. So when you have these recipes, you will have a guaranteed chance to craft something. Of course, you can craft something and try to discover the recipe just by crafting and joining different materials together. So if you have been doing some playing Diablo, so there was like this thing called the Horadric Cube, where you kind of put things in and you get some kind of result. So it was a sort of a game within the game where you were able to play the craftsman and try to unlock some secret recipes. And for the Proto Spells is going to be a spell discovery mini game, which will work more or less like 3D star map, where you have to connect these nodes together and kind of find these proto spells in the thing that we call Spellverse.
So many layers to this. So yeah, but it's really exciting that you've got the Proto Spells. Sounds like I said, really interesting concept. But yeah, that excites me as well. So obviously there's loads of functionality for this, the utility even for the Wizardia token. But yeah, the whole spawning of your own NFTs, breeding them, or what did you call them? Summoning them. That sounds really good for me. So basically, can you do that without actually playing the game, if you know what I mean? Or is it more, are you rewarding
well,
players?
yeah, you don't have to fight in the arena to do the summoning part. But for that you need at least one wizard. But you don't really need to fight, so it's gonna be like a separate game as well. If you don't want to do the regular fights, you can enjoy the this discovery part, and for example, like minting, breeding a new powerful wizard.
Brilliant. Thank you so much for going into all of that in so much detail. Thank you for that. So in a world of magic and wonder, we know that you have a big vision for Wizardia. So where do you see Wizardia in 3 to 5 years' time?
So yeah, we thought about this a lot, and in crypto space is a very long time. It's even 2 months is a very long time. But in 5 years, we would like to see us, as one of the leading games in the play to earn ecosystem, and of course an ever expanding community. And we would like to have at least 100K active players who join and play with Zardia day to day. It of course depends on the time and the rate, but maybe that's a goal for like a shorter term. But this is something that needs to be accounted for. So it's all about the community. So for us, I think building like a fan base and an army of wizards or wizardians or however they might call themselves is the number one priority from day one. And I think it has to be even a higher priority if possible in the future, because community is what's behind the game. And as Wizardia is getting more popular each day, I'm sure these goals will be achieved. And of course, thank you for having us and letting us speak as well about our fantasies and about our plans and about what we've achieved already.
No, of course. I think it's a pleasure to have you on. So it's I agree as well with you. Like, there's no reason why these dreams won't, be realized, because you've already got massive community, huge, right? Over like 300,000 at the moment. I don't see why it wouldn't, grow. So it continues to grow, I hope, and I'm sure from everything you've told me, the game is going to be. You can't compare it to nothing that I've seen on blockchain at the moment. It doesn't rival this at all. So the complexity of the game, the artwork, the team, like everything is top notch, and the backers that you've got, the investors, it speaks for itself. So again, really, really happy to have you join us on Discord today for an AMA. Hopefully we might be able to squeeze another one in for the Telegram community, but we'll see how that goes. We do, however, just wanted to announce we have six, is that right? 6 Arena Genesis NFTs to give away. So thank you so much for allowing us to do this giveaway. We're giving away 6 Arena Genesis NFTs. So they're worth $175 at the moment each. So if you were to buy them, and that's how much they would be, and we're giving those away. We've also got other prizes on there, and we're going to be. We'll post a link for you in the. I'll post a link in the. It's on Twitter right now, but I'll post it in the general Discord, and I'll post it on Telegram as well. It's basically a Gleam campaign, so you've got to do certain tasks to earn yourself entries into the draw. Okay, so then we'll have 25 lucky winners that are drawn at random, and you could win yourself one of these in Arena Genesis NFTs. So we've got 6 of those to give away. So yeah, that we'll post that link in there. The only other requirement is that you've got to complete some of these tasks, you know, to get entries. So the more you complete, the more entries to get into the competition. And one of the requirements is that you've got to stake a minimum of 100 lift. So if you're part of the lift community, get yourselves involved. If you're not, then stake your 100 lift and get involved. So yeah, I'm really excited about that. I know I'll be taking part in this giveaway myself because I really want to get myself my hands on these Arena Genesis NFTs, because I think it's something that's worth holding on to for a long time, from what you've said. So again, thank you so much for joining us today. Really appreciate everything that you've explained. We'll post more details about Wizardia, and remember, if we've got the whitelist for Wizardia is open now, so sign up for the IDO. I'll post a link for that as well. And if you've got any questions, then please ask. Does anybody in the audience have any questions at the moment? Actually, I've not seen anybody's hand go up. Oh,
there's one.
Yeah. Dixon, I'm giving you the mic, so you just need to press accept.
Yes, I have a question.
Yeah, hello there.
Hello. My question is based on the fact that it's the wizards have abilities, and normally you expect the wizard with the greatest ability to definitely win battles and tournaments. But how does the wizards with low abilities, that the ones have not been upgraded yet due to financial abilities or financial disabilities, to upgrade their wizards, how do they tend to win battles? Because everybody wants to upgrade their wizards, and if everybody upgrades their wizards, that means they can. Everyone wants to win. But now, what if someone has wizards but can't upgrade?
Hello, we lost you somewhere.
I think his question was.
But the question I got the question. So if everybody can still hear me, so I will probably go ahead and answer. So first of all, there will be an MMR system that's gonna take care of balancing the right opponents for you. So you will need at least 5 placement matches to actually be put into the MMR bracket where you will get similar opponents to your power. As well as you spend time and level up these wizards, or rank up, as in our case, you will be unlocking more abilities, and also your path will be slightly longer than, as you mentioned, the players who have already, have a higher rarity wizards. And there will be an in-game way as well to increase your wizard rarity by using one of the structures, which is called the Forge, also coming a bit later on the roadmap, but it's also something that we will introduce to take care of another path to have something epic or legendary for every player. And as well, one more thing to add probably. So we have a 3 versus 3 wizard combat, and there's going to be a lot of let's say gameplay involved about balancing out your team. So when you combine your 3 wizards team together, there will be certain synergies that will ensure kind of compensating for other wizards' weaknesses, and also boosting some of their abilities as well to have more power. So it's not only about the pure strength or abilities of the wizard, but also about what abilities you get when you rank up, because these are not going to be the same for everyone. That's part of the unique aspect for every NFT. There's going to be like a set pool of the abilities that wizard can receive and this is going to be something unique where you have to choose, or sometimes you just need to get lucky to receive a certain ability that will fulfill your build or add something extra to it. I hope
Thanks
that
for answering
answers
that.
the question. Yeah.
I hope it does, because I don't think he can talk. Has anybody else got any questions? Any others? No hands going up at the moment. All right, well, thank you so much, guys, for coming on. And just to summarize, guys, we've got the IDO whitelist, which is open. And it's a very sought after project, Wizardia is. So we're very lucky to have them on board. Like, you've got to believe me when I say that. And also, remember, we've got a giveaway. We're giving away 6 Arena Genesis NFTs, and they are must haves. So please take part in that. And we've posted the link, I think, in the. We'll post it now. I'll post it for you now. For the giveaway. So yeah, join in, and yeah, you could win yourself some nice prizes there. Thank you again for joining us, guys. Really appreciate it. And the recording of this will be of this AMA will be available in case you missed anything. So yeah, thank you, and I'll see you guys around.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, thanks a lot for having us, and taking your precious time as well. So we're really happy. We're really psyched. So we hope you guys stay and join also our social channels to be the first to receive the good news.
Brilliant. Yeah, we'll post your social channels too in our general channels, so then everybody can check out the rest of the project and the rest of the materials. So thank you so much. See you guys later.
Thank you. Bye.
Thanks.
Bye.